Hello darklings, my name is Sanniz and I'm from Sweden, and today I should have done a complete other type of video, but because I have a nerve that is nipped in my hip, so I got plenty of pain there, but I didn't want to just do anything and I needed to do a YouTube video too. And yeah, I didn't exactly know what I should do because I had something complete others in mind to do this weekend, but when I can't do whatever I want because of my hip, it hurts like shit. So I thought we're gonna do something else. But first we take the intro and see you soon. Hello darklings, my name is Sanniz and I'm standing now in a tunnel. Maybe you can hear it on echo. But I thought I could take down the traffic because I was very close to a very big road when we went off, and I just outside the military fields on Broad in Borås. But I can't go there today because I saw they had red flag on, and that means that I have practices, exercises there with shooting, so I can't go that direction that is behind me. So I'm gonna move that way and gonna at least try to go a little. I'm gonna try to film something so you can see how it can look like in the nature in Sweden too, because we have various type of nature depending on where you are. And now I'm on another place that is on the complete other side of the town where I live, so I thought you can hang on there and maybe we can see something a little more exciting too than just me. But I hope you're gonna like it, so let's go. So yeah, like I said, we are very close to a big road, and it's actually up there. It's some years old, so when I was younger we didn't even have this road here, so I don't remember when they changed it, but it's been for many years now. But when I was a teenager, even up to a certain age, so long part of over there we actually practice driving when we take our car license for driving. So many times people came out here first because they have good ways to be when you're not in the way for the traffic. So we're gonna see what you can see here. And I have also competed on Icelandic horse in this area too, but it don't look at all like it did. But we can try to go in some of the direction where we used to compete. But I know I have someone behind me, so I'm gonna maybe let the person pass with first. So I don't feel someone that don't want to be in the camera. But we're gonna see how it looks like. I thought we went this direction instead, so we're gonna see. And actually in this part we usually have competition, but it's very green now. Even some parts of the road that I usually practice driving on is completely gone now. And some of the fences, I know that I have some old pictures. I can see how it looks like back in the days. I don't think this one is going that far, but it's horses a little everywhere. And here we got some, like we call skimmel. So one is a little more white, that we call vit, and the other one have like this grayish undertone that we call gråskimmel, gray. Oh, very cute. And we're actually not that far away from the airport either. We have a smaller one. I'm gonna see if I can see the flights there, somewhere up there, because I know they're taking up those type of sailing ones. I'm not sure I caught it on camera because it's very cloudy and the light is not the best. I hope I could caught it. I'm gonna see when I look at it afterwards. But yeah, this area actually I have been competed on Icelandic horse. So actually in this bit we actually had track, but now taking that away. And if you look a little further up there, we can go a little further before we turn off. We're gonna see if we can. But I can see that they still do some practicing there. They used to have show jumping, I think you call it. So it was a big track there, but it has disappeared sadly. But we can go there and see if we can go around somewhere. I don't want to go too much. The sky is not that happy on all the parts either. We are expecting rain, so but it's a little later, and I thought I should give it a go to actually try to look. And we have a little type of flowers, bluebells and little other things too. So it's nice to see. And here is actually one of the roads that now is completely gone on the rest of the part, where we usually was practicing starting in uphill. Everybody knows when you're gonna learn to drive a car with gears, nowadays most people take with automatic, and I hate to drive an automatic car. So the nightmare when you're a beginner is to actually start in a very steep hill up from zero. And like here you can see they have some fences that you're gonna jump over. And you maybe wonder, why is it horses and that type of things over here? And I can actually explain that with that we have a riding school not far away from here. When I was a little kid it was on another place, but nowadays they are on the other side of the river, and the river is Viskan. Oops, it was a little hole there, which not that good for my hip maybe, but yeah, we do the best of the situation. What do you think? But I do like this. It's very nice to be out, and I thought it could be good for the blood circulation too if I might move a little more instead, because like I said, I got a nerve during this weekend that is not that good, and it gives me pain. I woke up already at 1 AM during the night, had to take painkillers, and that's not directly the thing you want. But you can see in between of the clouds we got really great sunshine too, and I actually got walking shorts too, even if I took a hoodie on, because it's a little windy still. But yeah, and there's the horses again, 2 of them, but there will be lots more, and it's probably more in this end too. But I think we're gonna try to walk over. I can show you a little more, so I can move a little more too. But it's a little hard to remember how it really looked like. We had a lot of different things going on this part too, but everything is gone nowadays. And I think it's a little sad, because I have such a big memories, especially that direction. When they used to have those competition with horses when they jump in the terrain, or even they have this type of things for when you go with a wagon after horses, when they have that type of competition. So, and this bit didn't exist back then directly in the same way. We had a smaller bridge, but it was not tarmac either. It was just gravel or whatever you called. And now we're gonna walk over Viskan, the river. And it's not recommended to actually eat something from this with the fishes and that, because it's a lot of things going on in the water that is not good, especially when the military have been here for so many years. We can take a little look. This is a very high fence too, so and I can show you the other side too. Maybe not that much sun in the way. Yeah, so it's it's a bit nice. So I'm gonna pause now because I see the bikers coming. So like I said, I need to respect people too, because not everybody wants to be in a film or in a shot. And yeah, this is how I look like. I'm blind else. But yeah, should we turn the camera again so you don't have to see me all the time? Unfortunately, there's a lot of cars here, so but you have to deal with that too. I'm sorry, I took my fingers in the way. I'm not used to film myself walking. So now we're gonna turn everything. And there you can see actually the riding school with a practice thing for show jumping. So that is the inside things you can ride, and yeah, and here you can see more of the big road too. So that's unfortunately the thing, but it connects two very important parts that you should need to go very long distance else if you couldn't go. So that was the only good thing. The bad thing was that it's took away a lot of people that want to be out during the things with dogs or horses and that type of things, because suddenly we have this big road instead. And yeah, they did a tunnel, but when we didn't have any army in our town anymore, so it was said that it should be a good recreation place for people. But unfortunately it didn't go that way, because when we joined NATO, we started to have exercises much more. So that's why you still need to watch for those red flags. And if I remember before getting away, I'm gonna show how it looks like when you're not allowed to go into some parts. And sorry if it's windy, because it's windy, so I can't do anything about it. I don't have any microphone for that type of things too, so I hope my camera don't pick up too much. We have to see. And we get into the sign that actually tells the club for this riding club, and it's Borås Fältridklubb. So I'm gonna stop a little and zoom it in. So this is the riding school outside Borås. It's one of the bigger ones. But I'm gonna pause now and film with it when we get a little along, so we can see something more interesting than just hear the sound of the cars all the time. And here we got some cute horses. I think the girls are coming with some food for them because they started to sound, and that means that something is on the way. They used to. I love those horses with more than one color that we call skäck. They are very beautiful. And here is even more horses. You don't have to be worried that they don't get any food because it looks so without any grass. They're gonna get it, but this is the closest to the riding school itself. And they have many horses, so they can't let them go too far when they have riding school and that type of things. I think they probably have some type of summer camp still too, so when kids are off. So like you can see, they're getting some extra food now from the girls. They just arrived there too, so but like I said, the horses with more than one color is my favorite, and in Swedish it's called skäck. And now I go along a bigger road, and they actually didn't have this type of path for both cycles and walkers before when I was younger. And it's heading towards Viskafors, and that was actually the little village I grown up and lived till I was 17. And it's just like a half hour outside Borås by car. No, not a half hour, 10 minutes, so 10-15 minutes at least. I forgot that they go fast to go that bit, but they're taking down the speed. So, and this part was never happening, and we have actually a railroad outside. There have been some things that they want to change something about that in the future, but we don't know. And here I have to look out because people are actually coming here, so I'm gonna have to pause before I cross the road. Here is one of the summer places for the horses, but I guess they don't take them that often there because it's a little bit to take them and traffic in between. So if they go in there, it has to be when they can be out for a little longer time. But they actually have this exercise here for if you wanted to do a little, I don't know what they call that when they go fast with the jockey on the back. They call it gallop. But it used to be that type of practice track over here. I don't know what they're doing right now, but they're doing something, I can tell. And yeah, it was never a cycles thing over here. But you could go by car here on some bits. There's some connection here, so it was one part when you can get in, but I'm not sure if you can go here by car anymore, because I think it's just for cyclists and that type of things. And here you can actually sit down and chill in the shadows. So I'm not sure how far I can go this distance, because to manage to get around without going for hours, I'm gonna have to walk over another bridge, and that bridge comes too close to the shooting areas. So I'm not sure you can go that part, but we're gonna go a little bit before we turn, and then I'm gonna see if I can go a little bit after the tunnel too before I need to turn. But I just wanted to bring you out in this good weather, because like I said, usually I'll film inside if we don't out on any adventure. And yeah, I thought it could be nice to actually take you out for a little while. Just a shame it's a lot of traffic right now, so that's the only bugger. But I'm happy it's not raining. It's a little bit warm when you're protected from the wind. But here I've been walking a lot when I had dogs. I lived closer to this area too. And it's probably dog owner that stopped the car here, so probably you can still go in here by car. Well, yeah, you can see that this bit of the road has changed since I was a kid, because it's grown together. The tarmac is almost gone. It was not a big road here before. It was just room for one car or something, but I remember many times walk my dogs here with my dad and that type of thing, so I have big memories here. And we can see when we come to the bridge if they have the red flag on this bridge or not. But it's gonna take some minutes before I reach that part too, because I need to go close to the road first. At least I've been out for some time. Maybe not the longest walk, but at least I'm moving. And I think that's doing better for my hip actually. Because then I get at least the blood circulation going, instead for feeling like my whole leg started going numb. And the pain I have too when I try to do some movements. Yeah, but I could tell these have really grown together. So it's not looking anything like when Dad and I walked here with other dogs. The different dogs we have during the years. It was just some years that we didn't have any dog, but I always had something. And when I was little, during some part of the life, when we didn't have our own dogs, I walked other people's dogs instead. And that was a thing to do too. Nowadays it's not that easy to do that, because people are not trusting others, and it's not that easy to get in contact with people that maybe should want to borrow out their dogs too, because there's so many people that is not how should be honest about the things, so they actually steal other dogs too. And that's why you shouldn't put them in a lead outside the shop either nowadays. When I was younger, that was very usual to see, but some parts nowadays have like a place where if you bring your locker, you can actually put your dog inside a sheltered area with fences, like a dog yard, a little one, so you can actually be there and have your dog under control. And here you see they blocked off this bit too. It was never blocked off when I was younger. It's big stones up there. And that they definitely didn't have when I was younger. And yeah, we're gonna have to turn because I can see the red flag here. But I'm gonna go closer so you can see what I'm talking about. So stop now so I can zoom in. And there it is. So I need to turn because I can't go over the bridge to the other side, and that's a bit sad. But yeah, that is the thing that you have to watch after when you're in these areas. That was a little bit sad. And ducklings, don't forget to take the water. Yeah, this is how I look like. Let's continue. So I thought I might not film that much on the way back because you already seen a bit of the distance there, but like I said before, I can't pass the other bit, and if I'm gonna come to any part to walk over the river again, I need to go for a lot of kilometers. So I'm not gonna be out the whole day because then Trevor gonna wander, and I don't have that much extra water with me. I have water for the most of the day, rest of the day, but I didn't bring my biggest bottle. This is not even 1 liter, it's 1.7, and I need to drink a little more before I go to sleep. And I only have 2 protein bars if I should be out with it too long and I feel that I need that in my body, but hopefully not, because we're gonna eat tacos around 2, and it's not that many hours there either, so I can't be away too long. So gonna see what I'm gonna film next. I just think it's a red flag and I can't really hear any exercise, but I don't want to risk anything because it can be a break or something, and you never know when they exercise. They can actually exercise with sharp ammunition too. It's not just the one they use the rifles for bigger weapon. It could be hand grenades and other stuff with the tanks, depending on what type of exercise you do. And it can also be people that exercising with other type of rifles too, for hunting or whatever, if they had booked time for it. I'm not sure if you can do that, but I know we have tracks on the other parts that is for that type of things too. But I can't really hear it, and I used to live not far away when you pass the riding school. Now we can actually hear the train coming, and yeah. So some type of train is not far away now from here. But I know there's been discussion about this area too. The riding school want to move. They have grown up, and plus when they're military now, use the fields more again, so they lose ground to practice outside riding. Can you hear the train? And there you see the little yellow one maybe in the background. I don't zoom in, but it goes some Swedish miles from here. I'm gonna stop again because it comes like us again. And the sky don't seem that happy this direction, so I think it might be thunder coming. You see, it goes darker and darker and darker. So I think it's good to not maybe go too far away, especially on open fields. And I also want to do a little shout out here for some other hiking channels. I'm gonna just mention 3 different ones, but they do more exciting ones. They use drones and all that type of stuff, and more professional than me. And if you're gonna go to an alternative one, we have the Health Anarchist, and that's John in UK. He's an punker that now goes goth and love the alternative style and did need to change his lifestyle of different health reasons too. And if you like different kind of hiking, including some alternative things too, because he do music too, I'm excited to hear his releases when they're coming, because he's working on music too, and that should be exciting to see or hear. See if it's a video, of course, but hear if it's only in like sound. And of course they have Alan Mettelman, and he also from UK. Everybody is from UK this time, and he do amazing reviews from hotels. He do hikings. He even tried to do this bucket list thing with going nude. And one thing for sure, you will never see me nude on my YouTube channel, no matter if I blur it out or something, because that's not me. I'm way too shy, and right now with all my wobble bits after my weight loss, no thanks. I don't think you're gonna find it interesting, but he do a lot of hiking in different areas, like Lake District for example. And then we got the last, that is a couple, Generation Explorers, and they're not doing just hike in UK, they are in Spain and a lot of other places too, and they also do things from Whippy, both when it comes to the Gothic weekend and the steampunk one, and lots of other things too. So if you like that type of content, please check them out. I'm not gonna bore you with my face right now, so I'm gonna finish and go to a new point where we can maybe film with other things. And now we're on the other side of the bridge, and yeah, in the background there you see that red flag I was talking about before. I'm not sure I can see it because there's so strange light here now. Where is it? There should be something right in front of me. But yeah, it's a little hard to see because it's so strange light. And like I said, here we got the river. We're on the underside, so I'm not really meant to go on this side, but I know where they have the practice field, so we're just gonna go a little bit forward to see, because I can't really hear that they do any practices or exercises. And I think that's a shame if they don't take down the red flag if they don't have any, because there's a lot of people that actually want to go out for a while, and this is not that far from town. You can actually go from some part of the town without problem. But I remember here they used to have this type of things for when you compete in the terrain with the horses. They call it fälttävlan. I don't remember the right word for it, so I'm not sure how far I'm gonna go, because we're coming close to one of the exercise bits. But I wanted to show a little bit. I was hoping that I should have some sit area in this little area too, but I'm not gonna go that much further because you never know. But I wanted to show you different things, and I know that they have some type of creations over here before, because I have walked here after they changed everything, but it still looks much more different compared with when I was a kid, or even up to 2006 or something, when I used to have my dogs here. I had 2 dogs. Iris, that was an ex-racing greyhound, and I got a gift card named Pixie, and I used to walk here. Iris I couldn't get off lead. I had it in the beginning, but then once you saw a hare, I just have to keep an eye, because they don't listen to you, and she was a racing dog, so I can't directly punish her for doing something she was trained for, because they're trained for chasing things. And can be that. This is the area when I usually walked in before, and it's lots more of trees over here now. It was not this much when I was younger. It was very open field back then. But like I said, it's almost 20 years ago, so it has changed a lot. But this was areas that I like too, and I know that Pixie like this area too, with all the fences in the nature for horses, or different type of things that are gonna jump over and that type of things. Because I used to let her jump around too, so she could get some of her extra energy out of her system. So that was perfect for it. I'm gonna see if they have some sitting place here, because like I said, I don't want to go so much further, because we are very close now to an area where they had the first exercises fields. So we can go a little further and then we can turn around, or I'm gonna turn around. You don't have to follow me again, because this video is gonna be very long else. And I don't really like some of the clothes. Sometimes it looks like it's gonna be a big thunder, and sometimes it looks like it disappears. But I live in a city, at least Borås itself, or in that part, when it actually can start rain a lot. So when people said to me first time I went over to UK, you're not gonna like it, it rains all the time, I said, guess what? My town have the reputation being very rainy. So I'm used. And here is actually this type of thing they built for insects. Because like you maybe know that we start to get problem in the nature too. Insects is dying out because we're taking away all the wild things. And here is one of the places they have done for actually resting. And if you look close between the trees, you're gonna see the river. And I can tell that people have been here out drinking. And back there I can see a little insects hotel too, like we call it insects hotel. So I think I'm gonna take a little seat here for a little while, see if there's any cleaner area, or maybe we'll go a little closer so you can see the river again before we finish the video. And I have to turn, but I'm not gonna go down there because you don't know with the ground and you don't know with the currents either. So, but here is Viskan, one of the biggest rivers that actually goes out in the ocean if you follow it all the way to the west, and it goes right through my town. You have probably seen that in some of my videos from, or shorts at least, from Stadsparken, that is in the middle of the city of Borås, because there's so many places there where you actually can see the river from. Isn't it great? Isn't it nice to be outside sometimes? Not just inside all the time. Even a goth can be outside. And yeah, this was not maybe the content I was planning to do, because I was planning to do some lookbooks again, because it was a little while, and I thought maybe I should do some combination of comfy goth, goes summer festival, goes dressed up a little bit, meeting goth friends. But it had to wait, because it's a little hard to get out from clothes and in clothes when you can't bend your legs proper and you can't bend your body that much. Even to sit down like I'm doing right now hurts. But yeah, I'm tough. I have pain from fibromyalgia and other stuff too, so it's just one extra. So what the heck. At least I get out, so I could enjoy this wonderful day. It's just a shame that it's a little noisy over here because it's so close to big roads and there's a lot of traffic going on. But else, if you're new to my channel, like my type of content, I do everything, not just nature. I do it yourself, I do hauls, I do makeup, get ready with me, I do lookbooks, I do concerts, I do whatever I feel for. If it goes to a medieval festival or if it goes to a Viking market, you name it. I do everything I like. I do like old places and that type of things too. And I like horror. And if you're new here, like all type of content, not just one thing, please consider to subscribe, press the notification bell at the same time. And for all the returners, thank you very much for your support. You darklings are the best. And give me likes and comments. Else, stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye. And yes, what I thought, it started to rain and I could hear the thunder in the background too, so I'm back into the car and I'm gonna drive back home. And I hope you have checked the video from a little hiking type of thing. Maybe not that good like other hikers, but at least you can see some bit of the nature here where I live in Sweden, outside Borås, on the part that we call the Brot. And I hope you liked it. Stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all.